In the world of boxing, rivalries are often sparked by something as simple as words. But when those words turn into a heated feud, you know the drama is about to unfold. Tank Davis, the undefeated powerhouse, and Keeson Davis, the Olympic star and businessman, have now taken their rivalry from the gym to the ring, and the fight is on. What started as a conversation has escalated into one of the most personal and intense feuds boxing has seen in years. This is the story of how two rising stars went from friendly competition to fierce rivals, and how one night could determine who truly belongs at the top. Tank Davis has long been the face of boxing's new generation, known for his explosive knockouts, insane agility, and a fierce reputation in the ring. Davis has cemented his legacy. But Keeson Davis, a fighter with a very different style, is coming for his crown. Keeson, known for his strategic approach, smooth technique, and unwavering confidence, believes he's the one who can dethrone Tank. The challenge was set Tank Davis versus Keeson Davis, but the question was, who was ready for it? Keeson's call out of Tank ignited the spark that has now become a raging fire. It all started on social media when Keeson accused Tank of being content with past victories, of ducking younger talent, and of relying too much on his reputation. Tank responded with equal fervor, calling Keeson out and claiming that he wasn't ready to face someone of his caliber. From there, the back and forth escalated. Trash talk, personal insults, and legal jabs were thrown. But nothing hit harder than when Keeson made things personal by attacking Tank's family. The moment Keeson dragged Tank's mother and brother into it, the fight became about more than just a title. It became about pride. Now, Tank Davis had no choice but to step up and respond. The media frenzy went into overdrive, and the fans couldn't wait to see what would come next. Before the press conference, Tank made his usual entrance, swaggering in with designer shades and a flashy chain. Keeson, on the other hand, looked poised and calculated. The tension in the room was palpable. Each fighter knew what was on the line, and neither one was backing down. Keeson wasted no time in throwing jabs, calling Tank a fraud who had lived off hype for too long. He boldly declared, "This fight is my chance to show the world what real boxing looks like. He's been fooling everyone, but I'm here to reveal the truth." Tank didn't flinch. "You're good for a beginner, but you're stepping into my world now," he shot back. "You think you faced the best? You've handpicked opponents your whole career. When was the last time you fought someone who wasn't past their prime?" It was clear this was no longer a friendly competition. The two were at each other's throats, with no room for compromise. The security had to step in multiple times, each time preventing the fight from spilling into the press conference room. Tank's career has been a roller coaster. He's been known for his explosive power, his knockouts, and his erratic behavior outside the ring. There have been legal battles, beefs with past opponents, and controversial comments on social media. But inside the ring, he's been a force of nature. Under the guidance of boxing legends like Floyd Mayweather, Tank has honed his craft and become one of the top names in the sport. But Keeson is different. He's not just another rising star, he's a strategist, a businessman by nature. Keeson doesn't just rely on raw talent, he knows how to play the game. His calm demeanor and cerebral approach have earned him respect, and his Olympic pedigree speaks volumes. Keeson's been making waves in the sport, and now he's determined to make a name for himself by taking down Tank. But this fight isn't just about skills, it's about legacy. Keeson believes that beating Tank will not only elevate his own career, but prove to the world that he's the real deal. Tank, on the other hand, wants to silence all critics and show everyone why he's still the king of the lightweight division. The two fighters have a history that goes beyond the current feud. Tank remembers when Keeson was just a kid trying to get an autograph. Back then, Tank saw potential in Keeson. He even told him he'd be a world champion someday. But years later, as Keeson's stock rose, Tank became frustrated. He saw Keeson as someone who was trying to ride his coattails, someone who hadn't paid his dues. Keeson, however, wasn't having any of it. He felt that Tank was a product of hype and that the real talent was in his hands. The media went wild as Keeson consistently called out Tank, taunting him about his lack of high-profile wins and criticizing his lack of discipline. Tank fired back, calling Keeson an amateur who didn't understand the grind of being a champion. What started as playful banter quickly spiraled into a bitter rivalry. And then came the interview. Keeson took it one step further by questioning Tank's technique. "Take away his left hand, and what's left?" Keeson asked, implying that Tank was a one-trick pony. But what Keeson didn't realize was that Tank's left hand had put more than one opponent to sleep. Every time someone claimed they could stop him, they ended up getting flattened by that same punch. After that, the rivalry reached new heights. Tank and Keeson weren't just trash talking, they were making things personal. Keeson went after Tank's family, and Tank made it clear that he would never back down from a challenge, especially when it came to someone as disrespectful as Keeson. Keeson's response was clear. "I don't need you, Tank. I don't need your clout or your cosign. If you want to fight me, send me a contract. I'm not chasing you. I'll be just as popular fighting you or not." For Keeson, this fight is personal. He believes that taking down Tank will elevate his career to the next level. He's not just in it for the money, he's in it to prove that he's the best. And with Floyd Mayweather now in his corner, Keeson feels more confident than ever. Tank, for his part, remains unshaken. He knows the stakes and the pressure of being the top dog. If he wins, it will prove that he's still the man to beat. But if Keeson pulls off the upset, it will change everything. The anticipation is building for the showdown, and both fighters have been preparing for months. Tank's strength is his power and ability to close the distance quickly, landing heavy shots that can end a fight in an instant. But Keeson's strength is his technique, his slick footwork, his ability to avoid shots, and his strategic mindset. If Keeson can keep Tank at bay and drag the fight into the later rounds, he might have a shot at pulling off the upset. But if Tank can close the distance early and land his power shots, it could be a short night for Keeson. This is more than just a fight, it's a battle for legacy, respect, and dominance. Tank Davis and Keeson Davis are ready to put it all on the line, and the boxing world is watching. So, what can we expect from this fight? Will Tank continue his dominance, or will Keeson's strategy and determination lead him to victory? One thing is certain, this fight will not go the distance. With so much on the line, you can expect fireworks. Both fighters have too much pride and too much to prove to play it safe. This will be a war, and only one will come out on top. As the fight approaches, fans everywhere are eagerly awaiting to see who will rise to the occasion and who will falter under the pressure. Will Tank prove that he's still the king? Or will Keeson Davis shock the world and claim the throne? Only time will tell. This fight is one for the history books. Two of boxing's brightest stars, each with something to prove, ready to settle their differences in the ring. The energy is electric, and the world is watching. Whether you're rooting for Tank or Keeson, there's no denying that this fight will be one of the most talked about events in boxing. Don't miss it. This is a fight you won't want to miss.